Hey everybody, you're probably wondering, what are you up to now? Well, I'm gonna put this video on both of my channels, just because. One is just kind of for my weight loss channel, and my other one is just for my whatever channel. For dinner tonight, I am making pot roast in my crock pot, or slow cooker, whatever you prefer to call it. This is just how I prepare my pot roast. You can completely do it a different way if you want to, but this is just how I do it. Now I'm using, I believe it's a 5 to 6 quart crock pot, and the way I make it, it's usually done in about 6 hours. So what you're gonna need, and what I have, is a 2-pound pork roast, some baked potatoes. You can get any kind you would like. I just grabbed the Idaho potatoes because they cook easier. I was kind of in a rush. I should have grabbed the red potatoes, the red skin potatoes, because they are a little bit better for you, but it's kind of a preference thing, I guess. If you're watching what you're eating, of course, then you would want to go with the red potatoes, and of course I just whatever. Some baby portobello sliced mushrooms. These are like a must-have. Some baby carrots. I love the taste of sweet red onions. This is all I use in all of my like food with steaks and whatnot. I also have, this is a 32-ounce thing of beef broth. This is just our Target brand. And you're gonna need flour, because you're gonna put your pot roast in, and you're gonna roll it in flour, and then you're gonna put it in your crock pot. And what that does is it helps it keep all the moisture in when it's cooking, and it's really tender, and oh my god, it's to die for. So I already went ahead and did about 3.5 to 4 tablespoons of flour. Just, you can spread it out evenly, you can do whatever you want. First I'm going to start off with cutting up my onion, just to get this out of the way, because, actually, no, I lied. I'm going to go ahead with the pot roast first. And let's see, I gotta move some stuff around, people, so don't mind me. I have like minimal kitchen space, and I need like a large kitchen here. Okay, let me see if I can move you guys just a little bit. I will show you my crock pot once everything's like all in there. Okay, so I'm gonna do 6 hours on this. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just cut open the pot roast. What I like to do is I like to rinse it off first, just to make sure that, sometimes meat smells weird, but okay. I'm just gonna rinse it off with warm water just to give it a quick rinse. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put it over on the plate. Just kind of plop it down, kind of press a little firmly just so the flour adheres. You're gonna flip it around and just kind of get all that flour on there. If you need to use a spoon or something, you can do that. If you don't want to really get your fingers messy, but this is gonna be kind of messy, so. But however you want to do your stuff. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip them on the sides. Just make sure it's completely covered. Okay. So it's all floured up. So I'm just going to stick this in the bottom of the crock pot. My crock pot right now is empty. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that in there. So I'm just going to stick this in the sink. Okay, I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. Okay, so this is gonna make a good amount of food, and this is really good to have for leftovers and bring to work, bring to whatever you're doing. It's a healthy meal, it's a great meal, and as you can see, it's a mess. But anyway, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do the potatoes first. Again, this is just a personal preference. You can skin your potatoes. I just leave the skin on and cut them up into 4 so they fit better in the crock pot. I'm going to do about 4 to 5 potatoes. I'll start with 4, and if I need a 5th, I'll do a 5th, but I don't think I'm going to need a 5th. Okay. So all I'm going to do is cut these in the fourths, just like this. And if you want to even make them smaller than that, you can do that too. Which is actually what I think I might do, is just do that. So a pretty big one. Okay, running out of room on my chopping board, so I'm going to go just put these on top of the pot roast. You can just set them however you want them. I just kind of put them around the edge of the pot roast, and that works pretty good. Now, normally I would make, it's just me, my husband, and my daughter. So, I mean, we're going to get a good amount of food left over out of this, because my daughter won't eat it. She's so picky. So, I'm just going to put the rest of these around the pork roast. Okay. So how it is, my pot roast is sitting in there, and then I have the potatoes cut up, chopped up, just around the perimeter of the pot roast. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut up my onion. This can get to be really crappy because I don't do well with onions. I'm a baby when it comes to onions, and my eyes just pour. So I just cut off the ends. What I'm going to do is peel off the dry skin. Oh, God, I can't stand onion. Ugh. I mean, it's good, but ugh, the fumes. So I went ahead and just, chopped it up. And now what I'm going to do is just kind of cut it right down the middle. Put one piece aside so it's flat. You have like a dome shape here. Just going to cut this right down the middle. And just cut into slices however you prefer. Oh my God, my eyes. And I wasn't thinking I have a chopper too. I could have used that, but oh well. But if your eyes are like super sensitive to onions, I would just use the chopper if you have one. And don't cut your fingers, that would be bad. Oh my God, my eyeballs. Okay, so I'm gonna take this half. Oh, my eyes! Oh, okay, I'm gonna put these in on top of the pot roast. Kind of, spread them around. And I usually do about 1 onion. It just gives it really good flavor. So I'm gonna go ahead with the other half. Just cut it down the middle. Then just take these last halves and just cut them down the middle. If you want your onions more finer and chopped, then I would definitely use a chopper. Okay, so just put those around. Okay. Whew! Alright, let me get rid of this real quick. Oh my goodness. That hurt. That hurt pretty bad. Okay. Now this is just a 12-ounce bag of baby carrots. You can use half, you can use the whole bag. It really depends on the size of your slow cooker. I usually do about half a bag. Whoops. Totally did not mean to do that. I usually do about half a bag, but I'm going to use the whole bag for this one. There. And now I'm going to do my mushrooms. Portobellos are like amazing. They are like the yummiest. And they kind of just make the meal. I mean, they're just so good. You know, they just really pull the meal together. Oh, they're just amazing. Now, if you get like really big pieces like this, you can cut them up. Or if you prefer not to, you don't have to. I'm just gonna kind of cut this up a little bit smaller though. And if you come across any that seem kind of yucky, you can just throw those out. My eyes sting so bad right now. I would wash these before you throw them into your crock pot because they are dirty, kind of. But yeah, I would just throw them in your crock. Just wash them, give them a good quick wash. You should be fine. That's all I do. And I love a lot of mushrooms in mine, so I'm probably going to use like more than half this thing. So I'm just going to go wash these. Then I'm just going to pile them on top. I'm going to grab a couple more. Actually, you know what? I do have some in my fridge that need to be used up. Okay, I've already gone bad. These are still good, actually. I completely forgot I even had leftovers of these. Mushrooms are really good. I was reading a study somewhere that mushrooms are really good for women. There's something in them and I can't recall what. I'll have to research it, but they're really good for us women. Okay, I think this is going to be about good here. Put the rest of those in here. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to just do the whole bag. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn you guys around so you can see what I am doing here. This thing won't let me. Alright, hold on guys. Okay. So this is the crock pot right here. And as you can see, I have everything pretty much just layered. Got the pot roast in the middle, and then I have the potatoes around, and then I have the onions, and then the carrots, and then the mushrooms. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just pretty much dump the rest of these in here. Me and my husband love mushrooms, so the more mushrooms for us. Yeah, actually I think I'm just gonna add a couple more. Like seriously, we're like mushroomholics. There we go. That should be about good right here. If you want more or less, you know, it's on you. Now I'm going to add my beef broth. And you want this, you don't want it to be like completely like up to the line here, but you want it so that way everything is kind of smothered and simmering. So what I do is I just kind of, you know, just pour it on in there. And I'm definitely going to need to use at least half of the other one. And if you end up getting like 2 of the 32-ounce ones, you don't use both of them, make sure you refrigerate these after. Otherwise, it's going to go bad. Okay. I still got some left in here, so I don't know if you can see this or not, but the broth is right here. So that's fine. I have it on 6 hours high. If you want to cook it slow, you're gonna, well, the way mine's set up, it goes either 4 hours, 6 hours high, or 8 hours, 10 hours low. I'm doing 6 hours high because it's already like 20 after 2, so it's going to be done about 8:30. And we're going to be ready to eat by then, so it's kind of late for us to be eating, but I'm really like wanting pot roast here, so that's what I'm making. But this is how it's done. Well, this is how I like to do it. All I'm going to do is just put my cover on over that. And it is good to go. Now I'll normally check on this every like hour or so and just kind of just slowly stir it to make sure everything's getting cooked. But everything's going to be, you know, cooked evenly, simmer. It's going to simmer great. It's going to cook fine. But this is a really great dish to eat when you're trying to watch what you're eating. And it's a great dish to have leftovers, again, if you want to bring to work, whatever. So I will probably take pictures of the final product to add in here if I can figure out how to do that. And then yeah, so I hope you guys like this, and if you decide to make it, I hope you enjoy. And if you have any questions or comments, put them in the comment box below. And if you care to share anything with me, go ahead and put that in the comment box below. So yeah, talk to you guys later. Bon appetit. Bye-bye.